Welcome back to Operation Arsenal, guys. Someone in my Discord asked me who was my man of the match. Now, I know Jorginho got it, but I was thinking, if it's not Jorginho, who gets man of the match? It's such a difficult call. Everyone was good. And it's one of those performances that I guess when you look at the score line, you think, okay, 3-1, they had a red card. Pretty standard, but no, we dominated. We absolutely dominated. Don't let the goal that we conceded fool you. This was pretty flawless. Yes, big mistake to concede the own goal, but we scored all four in that way. So Liverpool coming to the Emirates again. I was at this fixture last year where we won 3-2. I remember the early goal. I remember Saka having two incredible, well, I wouldn't say incredible goals, but incredible moments. The penalty and I didn't think that could be topped. And this game might, I don't know if it tops it, but it was just so impressive. And the whole time I was just thinking, I wish I was there for this one as well. There's something about Liverpool coming to the Emirates in the last few years. We do seem to be doing better, getting better against Liverpool, but we still can't break that damn curse of beating them away from home. But I think it will come soon. Let's talk about Liverpool first. The red card, Konate, 2 yellows. Difficult for the referee not to give the second yellow, even though I think it was a little bit soft, a little bit harsh. Someone was going to get a red today. The amount of yellow cards we saw in the final 10 minutes alone, it's unbelievable. But I thought that was a little bit soft. And Van Dijk and Alisson with the Martinelli goal, the 2-1 goal. What a muddle up. You thought the Arsenal goal that we conceded was bad. Just watch that one. Just a complete miscommunication. What's happened to Joe Gomez, by the way? How is he one of the best left-backs in the league right now? He was incredible. Again, maybe not his best performance today, but every time he gets on the ball, I actually think, wow, Joe Gomez. Diaz playing at right back at one point. Interesting. Oh, and Jota didn't score against us. Let's get a round of applause for stopping Jota scoring against Arsenal. Honestly, though, missing Salah, it was quite obvious he would have absolutely helped today. Darwin Núñez came on and didn't really add much. Thiago back for his first game since April, I think the commentary team said. So that's good for them. Harvey Elliott didn't really add much. Andrew Robertson, obviously he's been out for a while. I think Joe Gomez effectively was playing inverted. And honestly, I'm really impressed with Joe Gomez over the last few weeks. Really, really like him. That's enough about Liverpool, though. Who cares? 3-1. And look at the stats. Let me just... the momentum doesn't really show too much. And we didn't have as much possession as we normally do. But look at this. And is that correct? So 3.52. So it's difficult. You've got FOTMob, who have... That's not the right one. 3.52. And then you've got the XG philosophy on Twitter, who I think probably know better. 3.76. to 0.41. I think at half time it was 2 to 0.1. Absolutely dominated and outclassed. Currently, technically speaking, the best team in England. They are absolutely brilliant at the moment. And that is so impressive to do that against such a good team. This wasn't a 3-1 against a Fulham or Sheffield United or, no disrespect to most other clubs in the Premier League, but this is Liverpool, who have only lost to Tottenham away this season. So now they've gone to North London twice and lost both games. It's a really impressive feat. I thought the entire team were flawless today. There were one or two players that stood out more, but a couple of performances that maybe have gone under the radar. Gabriel was immense today. I know that own goal sucks, and you could put the blame on either Saliba or Raya. Realistically, it's not Gabriel's fault, but he was flawless today. And I'm not sure what happened to Zinchenko. I'm hoping he's okay. I don't think that was tactical. I think he's come off with some discomfort. I didn't hear the commentary team talk about it, but he came off at half time. But I thought Kivior came in, and I'm glad we didn't loan him out or sell him or whatever. I love Kivior, and I've said it so many times. I genuinely think he's got one of the highest potentials out of any of the young defenders we've got at the club, bar Saliba, obviously. Incredible, very gifted, technically gifted player, and he's a defender, which is astonishing, really. I thought he was so good. Saliba, maybe not his best game ever, but still rock solid. Ben White, brilliant after, I would say, a pretty rough few months, really. Jorginho, oh my God, the beautiful Italian man. He got man of the match today, which was given to him by Sky Sports. But honestly, it's difficult to pick a man of the match. I'm really struggling. I think Declan Rice was up there. Martinelli was up there. But Jorginho was proper good today. You do have to wonder. I know it's just one game, but you're looking at the club he came from, Chelsea, letting him go for, what was it, 12 million? And they've gone on to sign Enzo, Caicedo, Lavia. I mean, we're talking well over 250 million or whatever it is. And he's better than all of them. Obviously, take that with a pinch of salt. But today, Jorginho, I mean, if he played like that for Chelsea week in, week out, they'd be doing a lot better. He was absolutely everywhere. And it wasn't as the kind of number 6 traditional DM role that we've played him in. Rice still played and occupied that role. I guess what that meant is it was almost a 4-2-1-3. We had Ødegaard maybe a little bit more central than usual and a little bit higher up the pitch because we had both Jorginho and Rice, that pivot. And it really worked quite well. And it just makes me think, whilst Jorginho was brilliant today, imagine if Partey was fit for the last... feels like since he joined, really. He's always injured. And it's crazy, isn't it? Before he joined, he was like one of the fittest players in the world, never had any injuries, joins Arsenal and then falls to pieces. But just imagine if Partey was fit and he was playing with Declan Rice and Ødegaard. Oh. But I'm not going to be upset about it because Jorginho was flawless today. And Ødegaard, really good game from him. I do wish he was a bit more decisive near the box. I think that's an area of his game where... it's awful coming from an armchair fan like me, but he does seem to get a little bit hung up on finding the perfect pass a lot of the time. I would love it if he had a couple more shots, but then again, he gets closed down so quickly. And the little intricate flicks with Saka and picking out Rice on the edge of the box, and he's very good at it. So I'm not critiquing him too much. I just think if there's an area of Ødegaard's game that might get better in time as he gets older, because reminder, he's only 24? How old is he? 25 now? He is still a young player, and with more and more experience, he will pick out better passes, even if they're not the perfect pass, and he will shoot more. I'm sure of it. But moving up to the front three, we've got to talk about Havertz playing in that number 9 role. Jesus with fluid on his knee or whatever, injured again. I do think in the summer, this is a thing. And Tomiyasu as well. Whilst Tomiyasu, Jesus... Partey, they're such incredible players. They're just not available. And I would take availability over ability most times. For the general use of a squad, you just want availability. And they need to go. It sucks. We need players that are fit. But Havertz stepped in and did a really good job today. He won't get any of the credit today for the win because he didn't get an assist. He didn't get a goal. But my God, was he a nuisance. And I'm telling you right now, Van Dijk and Konate and Klopp and a lot of those Liverpool players will be saying, geez, Havertz was tough. Like, that was a tough game. They won't be saying it out loud, but they'll know they've struggled. They've really struggled against him. And he gives us something different up front. This is kind of a look into what it might look like with a proper number 9 next year with a Tone, Osimhen, whatever, someone taller, more physical than Jesus, Nketiah, Trossard, So I really appreciated that from Havertz. A really good game from him. Saka going off injured after 79 minutes was a little bit of a concern. Hopefully nothing too bad. He's got the highest score today, but I don't think that was even Saka's best game. I thought he was good today. Just good performance from Saka. But Martinelli, arguably within the top 3 players, him, Jorginho and Rice for me, just brilliant. Martinelli just did not stop running. And if anyone's got 99 pace in FIFA, it's him. And this is such an underrated thing, okay? There's 2 different types of pace for wingers, okay? There's pace off the ball and there's pace on the ball. Okay, there's many types of pace in the game of football. You've got short pace, you've got long pace, that explosiveness or the top speed or reaction and whatever, right? But wingers, off the ball and on the ball, it's very different. Being quick off the ball is quite common for a winger, okay? And Martinelli he's not, I'm not looking at Martinelli thinking he's one of the fastest players in the world off the ball. But I'm looking at him with the ball and I'm thinking there isn't many quicker. Konate, one of the quickest, most athletic centre-backs in the league. He's a giant of a man. He is rapid. Even without the ball, couldn't catch up with Martinelli. who had the ball. Just think about that for a second. He's dribbling at full speed with the ball, keeping it in control, keeping it within distance, keeping it away from Konate, thinking about the shot, positioning his body. He's doing all of that, and all Konate's got to do is chase. And he couldn't keep up. If you haven't seen the highlights, go and see it, because it's one of the most incredible moments of the game for me, which unfortunately didn't result in anything. But that run, I won't forget that. Martinelli has to have 99 pace with the ball. Unbelievable. I think I've talked about everyone that started. The subs worked really well today. I said Kivior was good when he came on. He really was. And Trossard, I mean, it's crazy because I'm saying Martinelli was brilliant, all these great things, but Trossard came on and arguably played just as well as Martinelli, sorry. Trossard came on and really did a great job. Fresh legs against some tired legs, yellow carded players, and his goal was superb. The little run down the left side, he just knocked it past one of the defenders. It wasn't like a nutmeg or anything, but they didn't see it coming. And then there wasn't really an option because we were defending quite deep. We were just waiting to kind of play out the game. And he's just like, okay, I'll have a shot. It takes a little nick off Van Dijk, goes through Alisson's legs, and it's 3-1. And Arteta's going absolutely wild, running behind the touchline, high-fiving fans. He's going to be banned for the rest of the season now. Huge from Trossard. Amazing. So well done to him. And it's difficult. Why can't we play two left wingers? And Reece Nelson came on and it did okay. I do wonder what's going to happen to Reece Nelson. He's had his moments, hasn't he? The Bournemouth goal, but it's harsh to say anything bad about him. But he didn't wow me. He didn't do anything special, did he? But let's have a look at the table because of course Liverpool now only 2 points above us. That is such a huge relief. This game was 8 points behind or 2 points behind. Of course, we could have got a draw maybe, but no, we've got the win today. Meaning, after 23 games, we've won the most in the league with Liverpool. Of course, Man City do have 2 games to play, so if they win both games, they will go to the top of the table by a point, but they might not. The thing is, it wouldn't surprise me if, even though Arsenal and Liverpool will be pushing Man City right to the end here, Man City could win every game until the end of the season, and no one would even... I mean, it wouldn't be uncommon, would it, to see a run at this point? They're that good. Villa, of course, with a huge win yesterday after they've slipped up a couple of games. They're back up to 46 points. Tottenham, obviously slipping up a little bit as well and conceding late to Everton yesterday. But everything is really shaping up into the final third of the season soon. And we're right up there, guys. We are right up there. Up next, of course, we do have West Ham, which is a tough London derby, but I'm hoping we'll pick up a win there next Sunday. And then it's Burnley away. So 2 tough away games in the Premier League. I think Burnley away is one of those games where, of course, we're massively favourites. But you never know. You never know. It's a 3 p.m. kickoff. At least it's not an early one. And then, of course, it's back into the Champions League. I cannot wait for that game. Genuinely cannot wait. It's going to be so good. I think we'll beat West Ham, though. Just a couple of tweets that I wanted to show because I love it. Patrick Timmons saying he doesn't have bad games. It is actually quite scary. In fact, I can show you here. If I go to Rice, baby. Just unreal. He played 28 minutes against PSV and got a 6.2. Okay, but it's just, if I go to previous, I mean, it's just 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 8, 8, 7, 7, 8, 8, 8, 7. Do you know how ridiculous that is? And this was a really interesting stat. So Arsenal have won 2 of their 4 Premier League games against teams starting the day at the top of the table under Arteta. Both wins are against Liverpool. As many victories as they had in their previous 17 similar matches. So we're coming up against big teams that are in good form. Liverpool are smashing teams left, right and centre. And we're beating them. Are we a big game team now? This wasn't us. I'm telling you, the end of the Wenger era, going into Emery, Ljungberg, and I'm just sitting most of the time dreading these games against the top 6, top 7, top 8, because we always crumbled and we would get decimated. It wouldn't be a 1-0 loss where it was close. It would be, we'll concede in the first 10 minutes and then 5-0. It's different now. It feels very different now, which is obviously massive. But that's it, guys. Thank you for watching. I just have my weekend made for me there. Brilliant. Back tomorrow with career mode. I'm sorry there wasn't one on Friday. I was out all day and it happens. But the Bayer Leverkusen career mode will be coming to an end at some point soon, and then we'll be starting a new one. So hopefully you guys are excited for that. And I'll see you next Sunday for the West Ham game. West Ham.